All right, what we got? Let's see. What do we got? Okay, so we have a glaive. We have sidearm. That looks like Quicksilver. The glaive looks pretty sick. Okay, some sort of reload effect on the sidearm. Okay, charged tracking rounds. Okay, that's pretty neat. Probably not going to use it, but it's neat. Deterministic chaos. Rhythmic debuffs. Fourth shot weakens enemies. 16th shot makes enemies volatile. That's kind of cool. Grapple gives woven mail. Ah, okay. I was like, what is woven mail? Flinch resistance. Okay. That's got to be quite a lot of flinch resistance. Barricade spawns additional lashes. Okay, so this is Capri's horn again, but it looks like it might actually like have subclass things in it versus Capri's horn, which does not. All right, we already know what Quicksilver does. Grenades create tangles on kills. Okay. Okay. Look, I like Quicksilver Storm. That grenade launcher is really, really underrated. Like, that thing does some damage. Destroying tangles spawns threadlings. Okay, a lot of this is gonna make way more sense once we actually know a lot more about Strand. Okay, so we have little what's the stasis grenade again? You know, the one that tracks on the ground. Kind of similar vibes there. Freeze enemies with Frost Orb. Cold Snap. This thing looks kind of sick. Although I'm guessing it's like get full energy, hold R to pump it up, then shoot the little ball thing. It is a glaive, I understand that. But I mean, it's a cool looking effect. You know, obviously they're making it look a lot better than it probably is. Because it's probably like a you know, like one of the ice turrets where it's gonna take a little while except it's just moving. But I mean they make it look cool. It's like tank exotic. Okay. Let's just watch it through one more time. Yeah, charged tracking rounds. Yeah, I don't know. It's just sidearms PvE. You know, not really the most popular. Yeah, it's a smart pistol. Smart pistol from Titanfall, sort of. I'm wondering what this is going to be like in PvP, and I'm wondering if the charged has any sort of additional bonus damage, some sort of strand type thing. I mean, you could see some strand like stuff happening. Like you see them getting all like green and stuff. So it wouldn't surprise me if this sidearm had strand keywords in it that could potentially interact with the subclass. And then we just had the machine gun. This just seems like a pretty solid machine gun. Like it's a machine gun that can do void debuffs just kind of for free. And void debuffs, pretty good. And they're pretty good. If they could do this, surely they must do something to Capri's to make it a little bit better. Like at least make it have a keyword, a solar keyword in there or something. Like this is just better Capri's. Okay, so we have a tangle here. So a tangle is a thing that you can pick up. This guy was already pinned. It kind of seems like a diamond lance in like, you know, you kill something and now you have a diamond lance, so you get to throw it at a thing. I don't know if it's just like damage. Cause like that guy was already like suspended, right? So we don't know if it like suspends them. So at the moment, it just looks like damage. Which, don't get me wrong, it's cool. Okay, but destroying tangles spawns threat. So let me just double check the language here. Creates tangles, but then also you can destroy tangles. Hang on, let me just. Do they shoot them? They shoot them. Okay. So then you can shoot. So you can pick them up. You can also shoot them to spawn like cold snap type deal. Maybe they're like Warmind cells. Yeah, we saw this one. The tangle didn't get destroyed when you shot it. Let me see. Okay, so in this shot, it comes back. In this shot, it's back, but in here, in this shot, like shoot. I mean, it looks pretty gone. It looks pretty gone in the shot. F. Like in this shot, it looks pretty disappeared. So yeah, I think it's continuity error. So. All right, I'm gonna get this. Some glamour shots. Okay. So a tangle is something I guess you can pick up, throw for damage. You can shoot it. Maybe you can only shoot it with that exotic. We don't really know. I don't think they've really spoken about it just yet. More info on the Lightfall website. So precise tangle by the weave. Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay. Well, there wasn't that much more information, unless you're talking about strand specifically. Thoughts on rumors around Quicksilver changing to strand type? Well, I mean, they certainly, like, they literally tacked on a strand catalyst for it. So, I mean, it could. Wonderful day, it's very, very, very reasonable. One might say beyond reasonable. It literally creates strand stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it's all pretty neat, but I mean, again, things look neat in marketing, you know? It just depends on how good is it in the game. So this has no strand interaction, but it's just, you know, pumping out debuffs. I'm very interested to see if this becomes a problem or not. I don't know. All looks pretty neat, but again, like marketing, Bungie does a very good job at marketing and making things look neat. So I think a lot of it will ultimately depend on how good Strand ends up being. what kind of synergy things have with Strand. But yeah, to say whether or not something's gonna be good, like you look at the Khepri's Horn thing, a Bayant Leap. You look at that and you're just like, this is Khepri's again, but with 2 extra waves. If you gave Khepri's Horn 2 extra waves, would anybody use it? No, they still wouldn't use it. But this has some Strand stuff with it, right? Which might make it insane. Like, this might be the new best Titan exotic ever, for all we know. Or it could literally just be Khepri's Horn 2.0. So it depends on keywords. You know, it depends on a lot of things that we just don't have answers to right now. You know? Like, this just... I mean, it looks like they go into an animation to get suspended, right? Like, this guy right here... He doesn't just keel over and die. So there is, like, there's definitely Strand things going on here for crowd control. And who knows, maybe this make, like, oh, if you kill a suspended enemy, you get class ability energy, or like whatever, you know? So it ultimately depends on the numbers and the keywords and all this kind of stuff before we can really come to a conclusion. So that's all I really got to say about that. I mean, just taking things at face value, if I really want to do that. Final Warning, I'm not expecting to be impressed by, but that kind of makes it a sleeper. The Void Machine Gun, I do expect this to have a little bit of life to it, but we also have so many good Void Machine Guns already that, you know, if this one did get ignored, it also wouldn't surprise me, because Weaken is not that hard to come by. And, you know, volatile, there's ways of making things volatile, but I understand this is a much more consistent way of doing it. But yeah, we have, like, what, Commemoration, and we have Corrective Measure, and do we have a third? I thought we had a third. Although Retrofit's a bit more of a special case. So, like, we already have some pretty beastly Void Machine Guns already. So this really needs to pop off, I think, to really get in people's hands. But we have a lot of really, really good Void Machine Guns already. So that would be my concern with this, even if it's literally just plopping out weakness and volatile and all that kind of stuff. So face value, this I'm skeptical about, just in general. I think there's obviously potential for it, but until we know how much flinch resistance you're really getting, literally no way of telling. This could be like you're immune to flinch, or it could be like it's still enough that the flinch is gonna annoy you. So that completely depends. Just again, face value, seeing that it's potentially suspending enemies, obviously better than Khepri's. This depends on the synergy that it has with the subclass and the keywords and all that kind of stuff. Quicksilver Storm, I already think is a good weapon. So it getting a catalyst to do more stuff is just going to make it an even better weapon. I realize it's tough to say, like, oh, primary weapon's so good, but like I think Quicksilver Storm's quite a strong primary weapon as far as auto rifles go. This we just need a bit more on like Strand. Like this is literally just like Strand the boots. So I just want to see a little bit more about this. Stasis Glaive, which I think like looks super hype, but I have a feeling that it might not be as crazy as the footage is making it seem like. So, yeah, you know, we'll see. You know, Glaives, I'm still iffy on, although I know like the new perk, was it Close to Melee, is very, very good, but that's like, you know, it's not this, but there's potential here. I want to see it. This could be wild and crazy and normal strikes. Yeah, like I'm borderline on it. I'm not sold on it yet. And I think those are my takes on it, but all looks pretty neat. And Lightfall, big poggers, like and subscribe. Maybe I should have recorded that for a YouTube video. I don't know. Because that's the most content I'm gonna do out of that. I wasn't planning on making a video or anything. Thoughts on Nameless Midnight coming back? Wow. Oh my god. Pog, dude. I don't really care.